Who am I? That is the most essential question. I've actually been a seeker the most of my life, in the sense that I always wondered about what is really going on. What is this amazing, amazing experience that we're having, that we're calling life? All of a sudden I find myself in this body. I'm here in this amazing existence, and it seems to me, beyond the impossible. So what are we doing here? And what is this reality? All these, what is called the eternal questions, has been puzzling me all my life, and I'm absolutely sure that most people wonder about these things. What is this? Who am I? What are we doing? And this, there is a deep basic frustration of living lives that we do not understand. Of course, there is all kinds of philosophies which sent me to philosophy studies once upon a time, and sent me into searching through yoga, meditation, spiritual paths, and so on. And after many years of searching, I'm kind of at least a little bit wiser than I was when I started, and I do have some ideas about who I am. This is not my ideas. That's really important to point out, because I am just referring to wisdom traditions that has been around for a very long time. My reference point is basically Advaita Vedanta. Advaita means non-dual Vedanta, and but of course I have reference to other spiritual paths like Christianity, Buddhism, yoga, and so on. But basically, the bottom line is the ancient wisdom going all the way back to the Vedas, and which is expressed in this knowledge tradition. So this is not my ideas of who I am, but it's my interpretation of Vedanta, and whatever I say which is not in accordance with the tradition and not in accordance with this understanding is my responsibility. So this is not my kind of personal philosophy, and it's not an expression of a religion or a belief, because this method is called self-inquiry, in the sense that we're investigating our own experience of reality. So there's actually nothing you need to believe here, but you just take step by step logical steps from those points where we actually can know something for true. And then the question is there anything we can know for certain that is true? And there is one thing which you can know absolutely for sure that is truth, and that is that you exist. Have you thought about that? You cannot deny that you exist. It's meaningless to say I don't exist, and it's also meaningless to say I'm not conscious. So that's the only truth about who I am, or the only truth that I can know, is that I'm conscious and that I exist. And then I can say, well, how do I know that? Well, I just know it. I don't need any external confirmation. I can sit in a dark room with my eyes closed and I will know that I exist. And I will know that I'm conscious. Okay, I'm sleeping at night, and then I would probably deny that I was conscious during sleep. But when I wake up the next morning, I knew I slept well. So I had to be there in order to know that I slept well. And I will also be annoyed and irritated if someone wakes me up during my nice sleep. So there is an awareness here. And so consciousness is not a easy concept to really grasp, because it goes way beyond your normal waking state consciousness or your dream state consciousness. But in fact, there is also consciousness in deep sleep. Okay, we're going a little bit ahead of ourselves now. But the point is that this is a method of self-inquiry where we start from this point. We start from this point that I know that I exist, I know that I'm conscious. That's a good starting point. And the rest is more or less logical steps in order to get a broader picture and a broader perspective on who I am. So there is a short answer and there is a more deeper and complex answer to the question. And the short answer is, because everybody knows who they are. They say, okay, I am this body, I'm this person, I have these relationships, I have this job, I have this age, I live in a country, and I have a certain place at night where I place my body to go to sleep, and so on. So this is the identity that we do have. This is the normal identity, I'm being this person, so and so. And if I am in a party and someone says, who are you? I will always make reference to something that I'm not. I will make a reference to my body, I will make a reference to the people I know, to the relationships, and so on. But all of these things, if you investigate it as well, am I my body? Well, I'm experiencing my body. But am I my thoughts? Well, I'm experiencing my thoughts. So as I say, there is a deep answer and there is a short answer. And the short answer everybody knows, and most people think it's really uncomplicated of who they are. But if you go into it, as we're going to do in these talks, then we're going to get a grasp on this and finding out that actually asking who I am is the question of asking what is existence and what is consciousness. So that's why Know Thyself was the inscription in the academy in Athens in antiquity, because the philosophers at that time probably considered that as the most essential question. So starting from this, so you could say that who am I? The kind of the puzzling part, the question is, who is asking the question? And it's a little bit like having two mirrors in front of each other and looking into these mirrors, and it goes on into eternity. And that's actually where we end up with this question. We end up in eternity. And eternity and now is the same. Many people think that eternity is something that goes on forever, but it's not, because there is no time in eternity. Likewise, in the moment, there is no time in the moment. So the eternity and now is the same. So this is actually where we end up. We end up in the dimension outside of time and space, where existence and consciousness is outside of time and space. Okay, so this is going to be kind of heavy duty for some, and we're trying to take it stepwise, step by step, and get a deeper grasp on the most essential question, who am I? So this is the first lecture. This is just the introduction, just some ideas to say that there is an easy answer, which is the person that I think I am, and there is a deeper dimension to it when you start to investigating who is asking the question, who am I?